how are you? Amanda, SEINT artist. We're gonna do an eye look. It's fall and I'm feeling fall. I've got an orange shirt on, but we're gonna do our makeup today. I'm gonna use a green color. These colors play with my brown eyes really well, and I'm gonna do a look with them. I have very dark brown eyes, and sometimes it's hard to find something that can pull the amber tones out in them, and using greens and reds can do that. So we're gonna play. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow primer. I've been really liking this. I can't believe I waited as long as I did. My girlfriend's been telling me about this stuff for a long time. I've tried it and there's no looking back. It's by SEINT. It's Shadow Sense. I believe this is a liquid shadow. This is the color Candlelight, and it works as a really beautiful primer. I really want to do an experiment. I did do a sleepover last weekend for Girl Scouts, and truth be told, between 8 girls, 3 adults, I was really tired. I slept in my makeup. And my face makeup wore as you would expect, but my eyeshadow held up for 2 days. No creasing. It still looked so pretty. All I needed to do was just adjust my face a little bit. It was so nice. Okay, I am going to use, powder. I'm going to use a setting powder on my eyes just to set it. I like having a nice base. My summer shade is fading so fast, and so now I can get back into using the setting powder. Before, it almost washed my eyes out too much, but man, this tan is fading so much faster than I'm ready for. I can't wait to get my makeup on. I feel, you know, it's one of those days where you need your makeup to move forward. For me, I need my makeup today. Okay, I'm gonna use a blur brush. I really like this brush. It's like the eyeshadow brush, except the denser end is bigger. I'm gonna use these colors. I've got Leo, my favorite, we know. I've got Pomegranate, Emerald City, which is a green tone, and then I have Tawanda. Tawanda I've been talking with some customers about because it's more punchy than they were expecting. Use a fluffy brush. It's not gonna turn your eyelids a metallic color. I'm using this as my brow base. I like a little pop of shimmer, and using a fluffy brush puts it on really nice and light, and it's just good. The next color, Leo. This is gonna be my transition color. I like a good transition color. I don't do my eyeshadow without one. I feel like I'm missing something when I do, but I just like having that little pop of orange. Sometimes I use pinks, sometimes I use purples. Right now I'm using orange. And Leo's probably my all-season favorite. It's great in the summer, it's great in the winter, it's great all season, just like I said. Next, I'm gonna flip to the smaller end. I'm gonna go into Pomegranate. These colors, Pomegranate and Emerald City, they will have a lot of fallout. Do your eyeshadow first if you're using colors like this, because it's gonna mix with your under eye creams or any makeup, whether it's traditional or creams. And when it mixes, it's just gonna darken your under eyes and make them look more mature, accentuate those fine lines, and it's not good. Do your eyeshadow first. It's a good habit to get into. And I'm just pressing this on the outer part of my eye just to give my eye a little bit of lift. I'm 43. I want to just use makeup for lift right now until I need someone else to step in. I'm going to flip this to the fluffy, and I'm just going to blend them in. I like that depth. I keep the lid of my eye alone. I want that brightness in the middle, and then I'm going to use Tawanda to make it a little more punchy, but having a nice light lid is going to help your eyes look more open, especially if you have mature or maturing eyes. If you have very hooded eyes, this helps as well. All right, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to show you Tawanda. It's very punchy, okay? But it's also very subtle. It can be really nice and subtle. It's nice. I'm going to use the fluffy end of my brush, and I'm just gonna tap this on this lid here. Barely can see it, that's it. Okay, we're gonna use our finger, and I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna press this into my lid. And this is gonna show a very punchy way about it, and then I use my finger to push it into that inner corner. Very punchy. You could switch to the dense end and have more of you have your light with your fluffy brush, much more punchy with your finger, and then take a dense brush, and it's just a good in-between. So do what you want with this, but it's buildable, but it can be very light if it makes you feel like it's too much. just try a different way of applying it, and that's it. I'm going to use my finger because, well, it's easier to add than take away, really. I'm going to go in with my favorite Maybelline Tattoo Studio, and we are going to get the waterline. I do this really, it's just kind of a security blanket. It's one of those, with my eye makeup, I like a good everyday look. I also want things that little touches make a difference for me. Keep it subtle-ish. I mean, I think for some people I go overboard. I'm gonna go into the etch brush next. I'm gonna go into the small end. I like to waterline first. We're gonna go into that green color, Emerald City, press in, tap off, and I'm gonna stick that on the outer lid. I like doing this after I add to Wanda, because if I'm adding it with my finger, it's just gonna blend this down, and I want it to stay nice and dark. So I'm putting this on almost like a wing, and it just gives that lift. Adding that darkness to that upper outer lash line, let's use words, gives it just that little touch that makes, again, little things that make a difference. And I'm just pushing this on the outer quarter of my lid, making a little wing. And what's nice when you use an eyeshadow like this, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be in the area, in the placement. And then I'm gonna rub this into my inner lash line for a little soft definition. If you have mature eyes, this is a really great thing to do rather than using a liquid liner on the inside. It can just be too harsh of a line. I'm going in with Stila Stay All Day, and I'm gonna add a little wing. I keep my wings small because when I rest my eyes, this area just pushes down on my outer corners. So I stay within that area. I would call it a hood, but I have been recently informed that I don't have hooded eyes. But like I always say, everybody's eye, no two eyes are the same, but look at how that little bit of darkness just gives that little bit of lift. It's nice. Everybody's eyes are different, and some are more hooded than others. If you have very, very hooded eyes, and you see somebody who doesn't have hooded eyes as much as yours, that doesn't mean they're not hooded. It just means they're not as hooded. But everybody has their stuff. I consider myself to be hooded. This comes down pretty good for me. Anyway, it's neither here nor there, but adding that makes such a big difference. I'm gonna go back to my etch brush. I gotta do the under eye. And I'm gonna grab that green, and I'm just gonna keep that down here, adding this green right next to my eye. And I leave the outer and inner corner alone. We're just smoking it out in the middle. And when I'm looking in the mirror here, I could see all the fallout. Then I'm gonna flip it to the more squared end, and we're gonna go into my highlight colors in my face. And I'm gonna go into just one of my lighter, I have 3 colors here. I'm going into my middle color. I don't want it super white. I want it somewhat close to what my actual skin tone is. And I'm gonna waterline. And this is gonna open up my eye, but in a little bit more of a natural way than using the white. I know a lot of us like those NYX pearl white pencils. And I'm not gonna yuck your yum. If you love that look, do that. I prefer a more natural waterline, and I just use my cream highlights to do that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put on my mascara. I'm using a new one, and I'm just gonna talk about it just a little bit. Babe Lash has a really great lash serum. And once I get into a habit of actually using it, because I haven't in such a long time that I always forget to add it to my lashes, but it's not free shipping, you have to add a bit. So I added, it just so happened the mascara was pretty darn close to how much more I needed to add to get free shipping. And I'd rather pay that little bit and have something tangible in my hand, like a lot of us. And so I tried that. I was low on mascara anyway, so I said carpe diem, and I bought the mascara. I thought I would dislike it. I really thought I wouldn't like this mascara based off of the wand. I like those chunky bristles. I like how they get in there. This is a really great brush. I've never liked one like this, but I would say this is a good one. And this was, I want to say maybe $8 for this mascara. We'll see what the shelf life looks like, but I like it enough that I'm not going to quit it, and I'm not going to go and buy a $30 mascara. I think this is a really good option and a really good affordable option. And if you're looking for a brow serum, Babe Lash also has a brow serum. That's been a topic. You're not supposed to use a lash serum on your brows. They're different hairs, and so they have one for each. So if you're looking for a brow serum, they have it. If you want free shipping, grab the mascara. And same goes for the lash serum. If you're getting a lash serum and you need that free shipping, you want that free shipping, I say try this mascara. It's really great. It really is. I would almost say I'd use it again. Just depends on if I need more serum. I need to use it so I can see if the serum actually works. Wonder if there's serum in this. It doesn't say. Anyways, I'm going to put my makeup on and my brows on, and I'm going to post a picture so you can see how this looks tied together. But it's a really great fall option. If you have brown eyes, it's really great. Using that pomegranate with Emerald City are really great for brown eyes. So enjoy the picture. Have a great day.